guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ailey if you're new. Today's video is all about these. This is the highly anticipated, apparently, Fenty Beauty cream products. So I don't have any of their face product. I don't actually, the only thing that I have from Fenty is this, and this is the Hydrating Pro Filter foundation, and I like it. I do. I really like it. So when this was coming out, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to get one to try. I looked at their blushes, and I mean, I've been needing cream face products for a wee while now, so I thought, perfect time. I was going to get some of the blushes as well, but the colours just completely threw me off, so I just didn't bother. So I ended up getting one of the bronzers instead. They are bronzers. I have seen on a couple of videos that it's a little bit of a toss up between their bronzers, if they are bronzers or they are contours or what they were supposed to be. So yeah, I actually have to say, if I can find the photos, I seen Raw Beauty Christie's post on these and the fact that there was fuzzies in hers. There was fuzzies and they were sweaty. Now, when I got mine, there was no packaging. There's no, like, you know, there was obviously the normal packaging, but there wasn't like anything that would have caused any fuzzies. There wasn't anything on the outer packaging or anything like that. This is what the compact looks like. But when I opened it up, there's still a little bit. I have swatched it just a tiny bit, and I think I got rid of one of the fuzzies, but here we go. So you can see right there, there's a little black sort of hair right down there as well, and there was one up there. I just wanted to like pull it off to see if it was embedded. They do look like they're just sitting on the surface, to be honest, but you know, everybody went crazy when it was happening with the lipsticks of Jaclyn Hill's and stuff like that, so I just thought it was worth a mention. The rest of it looks totally fine, and it felt fine. It smells fine, you know, there's nothing kind of really wrong with that. So the shade I got was Butta Biscuit, which is number 2. I'm kind of halfway through doing another video just now, so I've got to the stage where I want to do my contour or bronzer type thing. So I have powdered underneath my eyes after doing concealer, but apart from that, it's just foundation and eyebrows on my face. So, okay, so I have just cleaned off my brush that I would normally use for like my cream contour and stuff like that. So I'm just going to let that dry, and I'm going to go in with my fingers, I guess, on this side. That's a swatch on the back of my hand. So I mean, it's not cool toned, it's not warm toned, it's somewhere in the middle. Okay, it actually looks like it could be a little bit light for me just now. Do you know what? We're going to take it on our beauty sponge. I mean, I probably could have used a darker shade. I definitely am as tan as I can be. It looks, for a bronzer, you know, or just like something to give you a little bit of colour before you add in, you know, because obviously you don't want to have like a really light base and then add in a harsh contour. You want to have something for it to blend into. This is actually, it's quite nice. I mean, it's added a little bit. It's added a little bit of coverage. It's added a little bit of kind of dimension. Put it in just a little bit. You know, you can see. And it's got a nice sheen to it as well. So let's go in with a brush. So normally I have like my stick and I draw it on. And then I blend it out with this brush. It's definitely buildable, like it's not, it could just be because I've got too light a shade, but I mean in the pan it does look quite dark, so it could just be that I have too light a shade for myself right now. But I mean, it means in the winter time when I'm a wee bit more embracing of my really fair skin that it might work really well for me. But you know, it does do something. Let's just try. I definitely think the formula is really nice. It's not kind of doing anything weird. It's not disrupting my foundation underneath. This is a real test. I'm going to take this little brush here. I only ever cream contour my nose. Okay, so I'm going to come in and kind of show you. I don't see a massive difference, but I do think that that is more to do with the shade than it is to do with the product. I do see it on my skin. It's mixed perfectly fine with my foundation. The foundation I used today was the Revlon Candid foundation. Now this is a darker shade of foundation. There it is next to the contour. So you can see, or the bronzer, whatever it is. Like I say, I think if it was a darker shade, I would like it a lot more. I am used to putting it on. I use the Infallible shaping sticks. Now when I'm very fair, I use the shade 200, and I mean they're not far off one another actually. So up top is the Fenty one, and down below is the L'Oreal Infallible shaping stick. So the shaping stick is actually a little bit more cool toned. It is a contour stick though, not a bronzer. And then the one I use right now, the shade that I use at the moment, is this one. So it is sort of like in between. So I think if I got a shade closer to this one in this, then it might work a little bit better. But I don't see any problems with the formula or anything like that. I do think that it blends out really well. There's no harsh line. It has done something. I'm going to come back when I've done all the rest of my makeup, and I'll let you know how things layered on top of it and stuff like that. So I'll be right back. Okay, so real quick, I just want to wrap up this video. I added my Hourglass bronzer just to sort of give it a little bit more depth, more than anything else. I didn't want it to be kind of crazy dramatic and contoured today or anything like that, but I actually really like it. Like I said, I think I maybe should have gotten a darker shade, so don't be fooled by how they look online or how they look in the pan. You know, that they're not as deep as they come across. It looks quite deep online, but once you've blended it out a little bit, it does go a lot lighter. So my advice would be go a shade deeper than you think you would need to. Not like on the sheer side, they just blend out really nicely and it lightens the colour a little bit. So yeah, I would say go a shade darker. I'm pretty sure that I seen another video, I can't remember, it might have been Patricia Bright, she ended up going a shade darker as well. So I know that it can be quite a common thing as well, and she's very deep in skin tone as well. So, but yeah, apart from that, I really like the formula. I do actually think that it's a little bit on the pricey side, but it's Fenty, you know, there's probably cheaper dupes out there. I do like it. I like the packaging. The packaging is absolutely disgusting. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to buff up nice and stay clean. It just always has streaks on it. But I do like it. I like how the packaging is done. It's got a really nice clear mirror in it, and it's a nice size. I mean, it does look really nice, and what I thought that I would do is I would grab my beauty blender, because they said that you can put this over powder as well, so I just wanted to try. Yeah, I mean, if you needed to touch up through the day, you could probably get away with a little bit, but it has lifted a little bit of it here, so I wouldn't say like a heavy touch up or anything like that. On the side I put like a little bit and it's still okay. On the side I put a little bit more, and you can actually see where it's lifted it. So you could touch up to an extent, but I don't believe that it goes over powder very well. I think that's all I have to say about it. If you have the money to spend on it, it is a really nice product. If you don't, I wouldn't say it's worth the kind of saving up for it. It is just, it's a nice cream bronzer. It is a nice, I would say it's a cross between it's like a contour contour. It's like a cross between a contour and a bronzer. A contour, a cronzer, a cronzer. Aye, we're gonna go with cronzer. It's a cronzer. So yeah, like I say, if you have the money to burn on it, burn it. If you don't, I wouldn't suggest saving for it. I think there's much better options out there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, obviously I would love if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really does help. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.